probably share a little bit about yourself, where you're from, maybe some past job experiences.
Yeah. I'm Abhay. I'm in Victoria. I'm in Melbourne.
Mhm.
I was working full time for the last 3.5 years as a new car salesperson at Mazda. I have been in the course for 7 months now, since May last year. More, a bit
Nice.
longer than 9 months.
Mhm.
I have two properties. One is in Docklands, and one is on Flinders Street itself, so in the CBD. And I'm looking getting another couple now. We're at the stage now that we can get another couple. So yeah,
Sweet.
just trying to smash it all out.
It's
Not
killing it.
working full time anymore, so it's a lot more time to try and focus on this as well. Not that it was hard trying to manage it working full time, but like when you're working 50, 60 hours a week in the car
Mm.
industry, it gets a bit difficult compared to this. So
Yeah, killing it. How
yeah,
old are you now?
I just turned 23 yesterday, 2 days ago.
Nice.
Yeah,
23, two properties. He quit his full-time job. Is that right?
yep,
When
yes, I
was that?
did. I did.
When-
I quit in just at the end of last year, so it's been about 3 months since I quit.
Exact same as me.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
I,
yeah.
I was on a bakery job for 2 years. I quit when I
Yeah,
had two properties in like December time. The same.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
nice.
So I quit in November. So yeah, it's good.
Sweet, sweet. So like, what was like the story when you were like joining? You like probably found one of Jordan's videos on social media. You're like, oh, I'll give it a chance. How'd that go?
Yeah, I actually went to school with Jordan. So
You went to
I've
school with
known
Jordan.
Jordan. Yeah, I've known Jordan since year 10.
Yeah,
Um, so yeah, we both went to school together, and then
yeah.
yeah, a few years ago, I remember speaking to him, and he said that he's trying this idea out. I'd seen it, 4 or 5 years ago, but I never really had the guts then. I was freshly 18 then to try and do it, but you know, um, yeah, a couple of years ago, he said that he's doing it. Then he started making these videos, etc.
Hmm.
And then yeah, he just started smashing it, and I was like, okay, I got to try and do something. Like, I saw the same idea in America, and then I was like, okay, he's brought it. It's not a scam, because that guy was trying to sell a course as well, but it seemed a bit, not as structured as Jordan's. And then, I spoke to Jordan, and he ran me through everything, and he said, this is the course, very upfront, very understanding, and knowing him from before as well, kind of had that extra faith. But I think just how he ran me through everything, and when I joined the course and saw how well structured it was, I was like, okay, this
Yeah.
is legit. So
And now, like sitting here for like two properties, like, what's that feeling like? What was that first property when? Like, how was that story? Grinding out those calls.
yeah, no, the first one is definitely the hardest. I think a lot of people um might join the course, or just in general they struggle at the start and they think that they're doing something wrong. I think you just have to trust the process and just keep tracking along, because it's the first one is the hardest. You have to try and show the real estate agents and the landlords some sort of integrity, and they need to trust you as well. But I think the biggest thing is just to keep making calls, keep showing up to inspections. I think my biggest thing was, even more than the calls, is going to the inspections itself. It just makes that relationship a bit stronger. Calls are definitely important as well, but showing face, and just, there was so many days where I went to 8, 10 inspections, and like make multiple calls, and nothing happened. And the first property took about a month, to get. Um, but this was in I guess a quieter time then, where there was a lot of students coming in as well, back last year. But it's gotten better since then. I think a lot of people think it's gotten worse, but it hasn't. There's so many people in the course now, and there's still people every day getting properties. So I think the first one was definitely the hardest. Second one was a lot easier. It's just, you just have to do the work. It's you're
Mm.
not going to just sign up and get 5 properties handed to you. You have to do the work, and yeah,
It's so true. It's so true. I was
yeah,
in the same boat. It took me three
yeah,
weeks and I
yeah,
was grinding just like everyone
yeah,
else.
yeah,
Yeah.
yes,
So in terms of like probably your biggest booking, would you
hmm
know, like probably on top of your head, maybe one of your
yes,
biggest bookings and the numbers?
yes. So the biggest booking was actually recently. We had two big bookings for F1 period, obviously peak period here in Melbourne. It was from the 4th to the 10th of March, and it was $4,478. So
Ooh.
6 nights, yeah, $4,478. Out of that, yeah, like the rent for that apartment for the whole month is 3,085. So with rent, utilities, everything within that 1 week, everything was paid off and profit, and then the rest of the bookings for the month are just pure profit. That was
Mm,
for the second one. The first property, same thing. We had a booking for 4 nights, 5th to the 9th of March.
mhm.
And after all Airbnb fees and everything, it was $2,890 transferred to my bank account, and the expenses for that property for the month is $3,194. So that's with all fees taken and nearly the whole month's rent paid off in just four
How crazy
nights.
is that? Yeah.
Crazy,
Like, what's
crazy,
that
you
feeling
know.
like?
It's good. It's good, you know, when you sit there and you think about the calls and the hours and furnishing and everything there, because you know, working in the car industry, like, you know, I thought I was making good money there, but you'd work so many hours to try and make this money, and so much effort put in. You know, this one, my cleaning team did what they had to do. They had the schedule. They cleaned the apartment. Automated
Mm,
messages were set up.
mm,
Everything was kind of good to go, and
mm.
yeah, it was simple. It's not really, you know, you just sat there and watched the money basically come through.
Essentially, it kind of runs itself. Yeah, in
It
some way.
does,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah, yeah. So, like,
Hmm.
in terms of like the mentorship, right? Give
Hmm.
me probably like maybe your three favorite like things that we provide in the mentorship. It could be anything.
I think the weekly calls, now there's two. Yourself, you run one of them on Thursdays, which is great now as well.
Hmm.
But the weekly calls out of there, that's definitely helpful. It gets insights, not just based on the modules that are provided, which are very structured and very great, but I think
Hmm.
it has everyone's stories, and you know, every week there's a different topic. So you feel very connected to the mentors as well. It's not just paying money for a course and you're just going through, you know, online modules.
Hmm.
You're actually very connected. I think that's very good. The Discord chat, that's definitely great as well. Any questions out of there, you know, you can reach out privately to the mentors, or you can even reach out just to everyone else in the group, and everyone has their insight, and you get so many different ideas which help out, you know, whether that's if you need a handyman, or how do I approach this, or what should I offer here, whatever it is. I think that's those two are the most key. And I think the biggest thing in itself is just how structured it is, you know, from starting the course, you know, this is how you set up your business, all the way to revenue management, to scaling, to virtual, everything is there. You know, it's not like there's no guesswork involved, I guess. It's, you know where you stand. You can go back, revisit modules if you need to watch them. You know, I've watched a couple of these modules two, three times to try and wrap my head around it again. And, you know, it's all available and in very good detail.
Yeah, thank you, thank you. We're always continuing to improve anything we can. We're always like reaching for like feedback. That's why we've got those forms, and we're just taking the mentorship like to the next level every year. So last question for you. So
Hmm.
imagine someone wants to join the mentorship. They
Hmm.
probably got the money, but they're hesitant, but they want to try the business model. What would you probably say to them?
I guess I was in the same boat, so I can definitely say this is
Mm,
to just do it.
mm,
Honestly, like you've got the money, you can all you can do is try. I can assure you there's so many courses out there where you put in money and there's no real gain or return. For being someone who's a bit calculative, you know, to to think about putting this money through, because it is, you know, for a lot of people it is a big amount, and yeah, they think, okay, putting this money, you know, they're scared, but I can assure you that there is a lot of help and support available. Everyone from the mentors to the peers around in this mentorship, it's a very good, healthy community. I think there's no toxicity. That's the biggest thing. You know, it's everyone's there to try and support you. And I think just put the money. It's structured, and you won't know until you do it, honestly.
mm,
Like, you know, until you put that money in or that time in, you just won't know. And I think, you know,
mm.
for someone who's tried other things like e-commerce and NFTs and a lot of different things, you know, this has definitely been something that I've actually seen great return in.
Yeah, we've noticed
Yeah,
that for a lot of our students, right? Like even
yeah,
myself, like
yep,
if you want to actually take that little bit of a leap, I feel like you just never really look back if you put in the
yep,
work, and you just
yep,
like don't ever regret it, right?
yep,
Yeah,
100%.
yeah. But you have to be committed. You have to trust the process, trust the guidance, trust your mentor.
Correct. Yeah, I think it's not something that, you might not, some people get lucky, but sometimes you won't get it for a week or 2 weeks and you
Mm.
think that you're going to give up, but you just got to keep trusting. There's a lot of support available. I think even Umut, I've reached out to you numerous times at various hours at in the day/night, and you've gotten back to me. So I think no,
Always.
the support is definitely there. That's the biggest thing. Like, if there's any questions, big or small, like the answers are given. So no, I think that's great.
Thanks, bro. Thanks, bro.
Yeah.
Well, anything else before you want to share? That would be it.
Um, no, I think it's yeah, just do it. Just,
Yeah.
commit to it, and it does get scary, it does get daunting, but I think unless you really just dive in and go ahead and first, you won't know. So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Well, thank you so much, mate. I really appreciate your time.
that's all right.
You have a good day, mate.
You too, man. Thank you.
Catch ya.
Bye.